Happy Jack Squirrel Makes a Find, Chapter 1. Happy Jack Squirrel had had a wonderful day. He had found some big chestnuts that he had never seen before, which promised to give him all the nuts he would want for the next winter. Now he is thinking of going home for it and getting late in the afternoon. And he looked out over the open field where Mrs. Goshawk had nearly caught him that morning, and his home was on the other side. "It's a long way round," said Happy Jack to himself, "but it's best to be safe and sure." So Happy Jack started on his long journey around the open field. Now Happy Jack's eyes are bright, and there are very little that Happy Jack does not see. So as he jumped from one tree to another, he spied something down on the ground, which excited his curiosity. "I must stop and see what it is," said Happy Jack. So down the tree he ran, and in a few minutes he found the queer thing that had caught his eye. It was smooth and black and white, and at one end it was very sharp, with a tiny little barb. Happy Jack found out by pricking himself with it. "Ouch!" he cried and dropped the queer thing. Pretty soon he noticed there was a lot more on the ground. "I wonder what they are," said Happy Jack. "They don't grow, for they don't have any roots. They don't have thorns, but there is no plant from which they could have come. They're not alive, so what can they be?" Now Happy Jack's eyes are bright, but sometimes he doesn't use them to his best advantage. He was so busy examining the queer things in the ground that he never once thought to look up into the tops of the trees. If he had, perhaps he would not have been so puzzled. As it was, he just gathered up 3 or 4 of the queer things and started on again. On the way, he met Peter Rabbit and showed Peter what he had. Now, you know, Peter Rabbit is very curious, and he couldn't sit still, but must scamper over to the place where Happy Jack Squirrel had told him about. "You'd better be careful, Peter Rabbit. They're very sharp," said Happy Jack. But as usual, Peter was in too much of a hurry to heed what was said to him. Lippity-lippity-lip, lippity-lippity-lip. Oh, and Peter Rabbit through the woods as fast as his long legs would take him. Then suddenly he squealed and sat down to nurse one of his feet. But he was up again in a flash with another squeal louder than before. Peter Rabbit had found the queer things that Happy Jack Squirrel had told him about. One was sticking from his foot, and one was in the white patch of the seat of his trousers. God is great all the time, all the time. God is great.